This AskReddit user asks, what did you used to hate as a kid but now love as an adult? Bitter tastes. I loved dark chocolate, beer, coffee, etc. I couldn't stand any of those as a kid. Edit. FYI. I didn't drink beer as a kid. My father probably gave me a sip of his beer to taste a few times. Yes. I think I read somewhere that it's because kids' taste buds are more sensitive. So bitter stuff is like extra bitter, and sweet stuff is the good stuff. Exactly. It's why kids eat such bland foods. I assume because evolutionarily you would want bitter, dangerous food to taste extra awful to a kid. But now it just means chicken nuggets taste super good and things we consider to have a good bold flavor are too much for most kids. Yet kids love those warheads candy. Being a kid. Vegetables. When you have to cook on your own, buy meals, you really start appreciating that fresh food taste. Exercise. As a kid, being asked to run a mile in gym class was torture. As an adult, I now pay to participate in races as long as 50K in distance. I hated forced exercise as a kid. But I loved riding bikes and running around with my friends. I still hate running. But I love riding a bike. Same. I hated running then. And I hate running now. I loved biking then. And I love biking now. SX. Tough childhood. It was hard at times. You should not have tried to outporn the hub. Taking a shower. I used to hate it as a child. Now I love it. Feel gross? Take a shower. Feel sad? Take a long hot shower with music playing. Also, taking a cold-ish shower on a hot day to cool you down can be so invigorating. Home decor shopping. Jeans. I wore them once as a kid because I had to. Think we were doing a family photo that DYA or something. And thought they were too abrasive and uncomfortable. Now they're practically the only pants I wear besides leather ones because they just look 2D and hot. In fact, just dressing elaborately in general. Hated looking too nice as a kid, but now I love it when people notice my fashion choices. Also, unrelated, but I had a phobia of succulent plants. I thought they were creepy and gross as a kid, but now I love them. Jeans have come a long way over the years though. I remember the stiff as cardboard old-style jeans that weren't pre-washed. When somebody gives me something like socks or a card for Christmas, it means the world to me. Kid me would be like, WTF, it's not a toy, but adult me is like, oh wow. The softness, I love these socks. Plus I value the fact that someone took the time at all to even write me a card. Nothing better than receiving socks as a gift when you realize you have no matching socks anymore. I tell my friends and family to just get socks for my birthday or for Christmas and they laugh and tell me not to be stupid. Like, hello? I'm asking for a cheap gift and I love new socks. You realize you have no matching socks anymore. My solution is to just buy literally nothing but black socks of about equal length. The day I run out of matching socks is the day my socks turn into my sock. Yup, 3 packs of the same style and color sock. Never have to sort them. Never have to be mismatched. Ain't nobody got time for that. Just sitting calmly and enjoying company or even a view. In childhood everything has to be fast-paced. High energy and action-packed. Not philosophical. Furniture shopping. Horror stories. As a kid I hated that SE. Now they're pretty cool. The opposite happened with me. Loved as a kid but I can't watch them anymore. I got soft. Lol. As a kid, you know you're safe in your bed. As an adult, you become aware that you're the one responsible if something scary happens. You aren't safe in your bed. Have you looked under your bed? Fruit. My parents were pretty good about getting me vegetables. But I was in college before I ate an entire apple. And now I have one almost every day. Doctors. Hate him. The other is black coffee. Needed to have some heavy amount of cream and sugar. One day my dad and I were at a thing and I reached for the sugar to put in my coffee and my dad goes, "You're not actually putting sugar in your coffee, are you?" And I go, "PSH, no. Hey." And suffered through that first cup before discovering that I actually enjoyed it. I had no idea I liked black coffee until one day when I was in high school and I'd had basically no sleep. And a friend let me sip off of her black coffee. I was in love. Going to bed by 8 p.m. Going to museums. Cancelled plans. In terms of instant relief. Canceling plans is like heroin, John Mulaney. Truer words have never been spoken. Coffee. It baffled me why so many adults enjoyed drinking it. Now, it's one of the things I look forward to most in my everyday life. The sugar amount drops too in my experience. Except when you're having dirt cheap instant coffee. But good coffee. You want to taste it. And smell it. And feel it. Documentaries. I thought they were a waste of time honestly and just felt like 30 to 45 minutes of blabbering. I really have a passion for them now. It's interesting for me to hear about some infamous serial killer or the history behind famous industries. Sweaters. Kid me thought they were tacky and uncool. Adult me goes, "Ooh. Soft. Yes. I even love the wool ones now. They are just great." Lowe's, the Home Depot. Cheese. I couldn't stand it as a child. I even didn't like it on pizza. Now I'm almost addicted to cheese. I can't live without it. Sitting in silence. Kids feel the need to talk constantly and it's so nice to just not talk and not listen to anyone else talk. Also blue cheese. My so is very uncomfortable if the air isn't filled with sound. Sometimes I like to just sit and that's all. Especially while driving. It's really nice. I'm constantly asked if I'm okay because I'm not talking much. I feel this so hard. Sometimes I just don't have anything on my mind. Just enjoying the peacefulness. The constant "are you okay?" s only disturb the peace. My so and I have been together almost 2 years. They still don't know the difference between me wanting quiet time and me being upset. It's quite the fiasco, haha. I'm like your so. In that I worry when my GF is being quiet. It largely comes from experience of her being quiet when upset. But not admitting to being upset or telling me the problem until hours later. I've tried to convince her that it's better to tell me when there's a problem. Even if she's not ready to tell me what the problem is. This avoids the unease on my part when she's genuinely just contentedly being quiet and I feel awkward. To clarify, I would never feel awkward when other people are silent if I'm confident they would tell me when something is wrong. Squidward tentacles. I hated Squidward episodes as a kid. He is my spirit animal now. Band geeks. Yeah, same. He's also a good artist. Too bad that he can't get the recognition he deserves. I hated Patrick cause he was stupid. Now I'm just like FK. Yeah, I am Patrick. Honestly, I'd have to say pasta. My mum always bought those just add water pre-made pasta packet thingies. They were gross. It was only when I started dating my now husband that I learned what pasta is supposed to taste like. We went out for dinner and he ordered pasta. I commented, "How can he eat that stuff? It tastes like cardboard." He made me try it and I love it now. I was also pleasantly surprised at how many varieties and flavors of pasta there is as well. It was seriously eye-opening. Alcoholic beverages. Broccoli. Easily my favorite vegetable now. What's your favorite way to cook it? Fire. Are technically the truth. I just love my bed. Spankings. Ooh, kinky. They're still from his dad though. Stepdad now. Pink Floyd. As a kid, you just want energy. But as I got older I began to appreciate the intricacies of music instead of just haha funny beat go burr. Can go the other way. I spent my 20s listening to nothing but stoner doom drone. Now if there's no blast beats it's basically boring. Olives. Onions on pizza. Asparagus. Yep. That and avocado and artichoke. Apparently I had an attitude about a name vegetables when I was a child. Naps. And going to bed early. I went to bed at around 2:30 in the morning and I have to say, yes, I feel like a pierced sock stuck at the bottom of a clogged sewer. Head like a smashed sand crab? Bottom of a cocky's cage? Congrats for making it to 2:30. I'd be flat out making midnight. Cleaning. As a young child, my method of cleaning my room was just shoving my toys aside to form a walkable path from my door to my bed. And my parents didn't find it worth the fight to get me to do it properly. I was a spoiled kid. Now, deep cleaning my house or even just a single room therein is peaceful for me. I feel good taking something unclean and making it sparkle and useful. Beer. I have a weird one. Mac and cheese. I couldn't stand those hard noodles in flavored yellow dirt as a kid. But now at least 5 of my extra pounds are probably from making easy meals like that. Edit. I'll admit, your responses are hilarious. But the noodles were cooked. My parents, mother mainly, were afraid of overcooking noodles. Even if it meant it was on the edge of being underdone. Well, the first problem there is that the noodles aren't supposed to be hard. It's al dente. Not al dentist visit. Methinks somebody wasn't cooking the mac and cheese. Brussels sprouts. You hear so much st about them from kids' shows. But holy CP, they're delicious. Baking them for like 15 minutes to get the outside crunchy. Then tossing in vinegar, honey and oil. By far the most delicious vegetable. Chores. I feel accomplished afterwards. I think I know why. As a kid, with 4 people in the house, emptying, loading the dishwasher sucked. Vacuuming, setting, cleaning up the dinner table. All was bullshit. It wasn't my mess. I didn't use all those dishes. I didn't track all that dirt in the house. But as an adult, if the sink has any dishes, if you can hear the vacuum picking stuff up, if there's a splash of coffee dried on the counter, that's my mess. I did that. I should clean that up. And after a long week of not keeping up with things, it feels great to have empty laundry hampers. All the dishes clean and put away. Clean floor to walk barefoot on. And shiny clean counters to spill coffee on. Cleaning bathrooms in particular is infinitely better if it's just your mess. I don't want to clean up somebody else's dried PS. Nah man. Chores feel the same for me. I'm thinking maybe you come do my chores. Then everyone is happy. Going to the garden center. I used to hate it as a child, but now I've seen the light. I spent far too much time and money in them. Bananas. I couldn't stand them as a kid. During my first pregnancy I craved bananas. Now I love them. DN. I honestly used to hate showers since my mother always wanted me to shower with hot ass water. I also hated math. But now I'm studying to become an aerospatial engineer. Lol. I always hated math. And now I am studying to be a programmer. Obviously not as math-oriented as you. But certainly more math than I ever thought I'd do willingly. Being alone. Similarly. Having lunch now. When I was a kid, I hated eating lunch alone. Now, or well, pre-pandemic, pre-WFH. When someone sits down next to me in the office lunchroom. I have a small groan. Just let me eat alone. What was bad about being alone as a kid? Am I going to find my mom in this Tesco before she drives home without me? Oh no. Staying home. Going to bed early. Stay in your room. No going out. No meeting with friends. I loved it. Dad. Go to your room. Me. Feigning dismay. No. Not my room. Anything but my room. Quote. I had no issues with this punishment since it turned into an excuse to get some good time in for reading. Dad. Okay. You can come out now. Me. Do I have to? Quote. Same. When I was really little I would do the same thing during time out. It was just peaceful. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos.